Good morning, children. Today we'll start with a new topic. So, the name of the topic is Rivers of Life. So, we all know what is a river. A river, it is the path that water takes as it flows downhill towards the ocean. So, river, it is a path that water takes as it flows. So, water is very important for all living beings. Yes, we all know that water is very important for all living beings. Rivers can be long or short, wide or narrow, and they often join together on their way downstream to make bigger rivers. So we all know that rivers can be short, wide, they can be narrow, and rivers join together on their way downstream to make bigger rivers. So rivers can be used for lot of things, good things, for sailing boats, for trade goods, and for farming on land. But when there are heavy rains, the river is very full. They can be very dangerous also. Rivers do a lot of damage when they flood. As we have this experience, we know when it floods, it is very danger. So lots of animals live in or by rivers, and even people often find them a good place to live near rivers. Now we will see some different parts of a river. Now we will see the first part, that is mouth of a river. So what is called as mouth of a river? When the river mouth, it is a point where a stream flows into a body of water such as river or an ocean. It is said that when the wide part of the river, where it joins the ocean or sea, where the river join the ocean, a big stream, that is an ocean, it is called as the mouth of the river. So when the wide part of a river, when it joins the ocean or when it joins to a sea, we call it as a mouth of the river. You can see from the image. Now we will see what is a bank of a river. So bank of a river, it is called as the side of the channel, that is side of the river, it is called as the channel. You can see from the picture. It can be also called as a place along the edge of a river. Edge means the end of the river or the side of the river. It is called as the bank of a river. Now we'll see what is a bed of the river. So bed of a river, it is called as the bottom of the channel, bottom of the river, or the floor of a river. We can see down from the image that floor is shown. So we call it as a floor of a river or bottom of the river. It is called as bed of a river. So now we will see what is a delta. So delta, a river delta, it is called where a river mouth enters a body of water. When a river mouth, when it enters a body of water such as an ocean, so the shape formed when a river, small channels, when it is entering to the ocean, that area is shaped like a triangle. When it is entering the ocean, that area, it is shaped like a triangle. So at that place where a river meets the sea, it is called as delta. So the shape formed, an area shape formed like a triangle where a river meets the sea, it is called as a delta. You can see from the image. Now next we will see the longest rivers in the world with their names. Now we will see the longest river in the world. Let's see the first one, that is about Yellow River. So the Yellow River, it is the second longest river in China, and it is the sixth longest in the world. So this Yellow River, it is the second longest river in China and the sixth longest river in the world. The river is 5,464 kilometers long, and it drains at the Bohai Sea, a gulf of the Yellow Sea. This river, it is often called the Mother River of China and the cradle of Chinese civilization in China. It is called the Yellow River because of the wind-blown silt and sediment it picks up in its upper and middle course, where the soil is easily eroded, giving the river its yellowish color. And other name given to this river, it is called as muddy flow. you can see the river flowing, it is in a muddy color. As because of the Yellow River has flooded so often, the another name for it's given is China's sorrow. It is said that the worst flood ever in the history of the world occurred in 1931. The river flooded 88,000 square kilometers and it killed more than 1 million people, and 80 million people were left homeless. That's why this river, another name given to this river, it is called as China's sorrow. Now we will see the next longest river, that is the Yangtze River. So the Yangtze River, it is the longest river in China and in all of Asia. So Yellow River, it is the second one, and the Yangtze, it is the longest and the first river in China and in all of Asia. It is also the third longest river in the world. So Yangtze, it is the third longest river in the world after the Nile and the Amazon River. So Yangtze River, it is 6,300 kilometers long, which is also called Zhangjiang, which begins in the mountains of Tibet, a region of western China. And it runs through mountains from most of its length, and more than 700 streams and rivers flow into Yangtze. So it is said that there are more than 700 streams and rivers flow into Yangtze. And the Three Gorges Dam, it is a hydroelectric gravity dam which crosses this river Yangtze. It is which is the longest in Asia. So it crosses, Three Gorges Dam crosses this Yangtze River. It is said that people have lived in the area around the Yangtze River for thousands of years, and many people live on the plains of lower Yangtze where the soil is very rich and it is good for farming. Now we will see the next longest river, that is the Nile. So the Nile, it is a major north flowing river in northeastern Africa. So it is in northeastern Africa. It is the longest river in Africa. It has historically been considered the longest river in the world. So Nile, it is historically been considered as the longest river in the world. The Nile, it is about 6,650 kilometers long and its drainage basin covers 11 countries. So this river, it covers 11 countries. But it is said that in particular the Nile is the primary water source of Egypt and Sudan. It is said that the Nile has two major tributaries. It means two streams, that is the White Nile and the Blue Nile. The White Nile, it is considered to be the headwaters, which means it flows to the farthest place in the stream. And Blue Nile, it is considered as the source of most of the water, containing 80% of the water and silt. The White Nile, it is longer and rises in the Great Lakes region of Central Africa. The Blue Nile and White Nile come together in the city of Khartoum in Sudan, from where the river continues to flow to the north through Egypt and finally into the Mediterranean Sea, which makes it the longest river in the world. Now we will see the next river, that is the Amazon River. So Amazon River in South America, it is the largest river by discharge volume of water in the world, and it is disputed as the second largest river in the world. So after Nile, Amazon River, it is the second longest river in the world. So this Amazon River, it is about 4,000 miles, that is 6,400 kilometers long, and the Amazon drains about 1/3 of South America. So this area includes most of Brazil and Peru and parts of Bolivia, Colombia and Venezuela. It is said that there are over 200 tributaries to the Amazon River, that is 200 streams to the small rivers to the Amazon River, and a tributary is a freshwater stream that feeds into a larger stream or river. So Amazon River, it is the continent of South America, and the largest city along the Amazon River is Manaus. That is, this is a Brazilian city with a population of 1.7 million. It is also said that the Amazon River, it is a home to the endangered pink river dolphin. And it is said that there are over 3,000 different species of fish within the Amazon River. And the Amazon River, it is sometimes referred to as River Sea due to its vast size. Other well-known animals also found in the Amazon rivers. This includes the anaconda, catfish, electric eel, crabs, turtles, and caiman. So Amazon River, it is the world's second longest river, and it carries the greater amount of water amongst all the rivers, and it flows through the rainforest of South America. Now next we'll see about the longest river, that is Yenisei. So it is a river in Siberia. So it belongs to the greatest river system that flows into the Arctic Ocean. So this greatest river, it flows into the Arctic Ocean. The Yenisei is the fifth longest river in the world. So it is the fifth longest river in the world. So this river, it originates in Mongolia and it follows a northern course to the Kara Sea. And the Yenisei River, it runs for 2,167 miles, that is 3,487 kilometers, mainly along the outskirts among eastern and western Siberia. It is said that the portion of Yenisei water, it originates from snow. So a portion, that is a little portion, it originates from snow, and 33% from rainwater, and the rest comes from the groundwater. And this river, it is a great source of hydroelectric power and a huge oil refinery that lies 30 miles downstream on the Angara, longest tributary or minor river that flows into the Yenisei. It is also said that a large portion of the Yenisei River, it remains frozen because of the climate. Large portion remains frozen over much of the year, and approximately 500 other rivers are flowing into this Yenisei River. Now we will see the last one, that is the Mississippi-Missouri River. So Mississippi River, it is North America's longest river. So this river, it is in North America, which is the longest river in North America. Native Americans gave the Mississippi its name, which means father of waters. So the meaning of Mississippi word, it is in North America, it is called as father of waters. So the Mississippi River, it begins at Lake Itzaka in northern Minnesota, and it flows south passing St. Paul, Minnesota, near St. Louis, that is the Missouri. So the Mississippi River, it is joined by the muddy Missouri River. The Mississippi flows into the Gulf of Mexico near New Orleans, and the Mississippi River alone is 2,350 miles, that is, it is 3,780 kilometers long. And so the Mississippi, it is the world's fourth longest river. So Mississippi is the fourth longest river. And it is said that the Mississippi River, it has a long history of trade, and today it is one of the busiest commercial water routes in the world. And this is the longest river in North America, which starts in the Rocky Mountains. So Mississippi River, it starts in the Rocky Mountains. It is said that for a drop of water to travel the Mississippi River's entire length, it takes 90 days. That's about 3 months. And there are 326 species of birds, 145 species of amphibians, and 50 species of mammals live in the Mississippi River. Okay children, I think so you have understood some of the names of the longest rivers in the world. Now see the exercise part. Here are 6 of the longest rivers in the world. Write their names in the blanks. So with the help of description, you can complete this. Help box is there. So this you can do as your homework. Now see the next part also. That is, Fill in the missing letters to complete the names for the different parts of river. So this 4 parts also is very easy. So read the description and write this also, you can write as a homework. Now see the next part, that is rivers of India. So see here, rivers of India. The rivers of India are important for cultural, historical and religious reason. So we have to name the rivers seen in the pictures. So they have given some description with the pictures. We will see first one. Kumbh Mela pilgrimage, it is conducted on its banks. So this river, it is a religious river. So the name of the river, it is Gangas. So Kumbh Mela pilgrimage, it is always conducted in the banks of river Ganga. So you can write first one, Ganga. So Ganga, it is a trans-boundary river of Asia which flows through India and Bangladesh, and it is 2522 kilometer river which rises in western Himalayas in the Indian state of Uttarakhand, and it flows south and east through the Gangetic plain of North India to Bangladesh. So you can write the Kumbh Mela pilgrimage, it is the biggest religious ritual which is conducted in the river bank of Ganga. Now see the second image, it is the second longest river in India. So Godavari river. So you can write there Godavari, it is India's second longest river after the Ganga. And its source is in Trimbakeshwar in Maharashtra. It flows east for 1464 kilometers, draining the states of Maharashtra, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Chhattisgarh and Odisha. So you can write second longest river in India, that is Godavari. Now see the third image, that is, it is famous for marble rocks gorge. So that is Narmada river. So you can write the third one, Narmada river. It is also called the Reva and previously it is also known as Narbada. So this river it is located in Madhya Pradesh and Gujarat state of India. It is also known as lifeline of Madhya Pradesh and Gujarat for its huge contribution to the state of Madhya Pradesh and Gujarat in many ways. That is, it is called as famous for marble rocks gorge. So you can write third one, Narmada. Now see the fourth image, that is, its name means son of Brahma. So that is called Brahmaputra. So you can write there river Brahmaputra. The Brahmaputra, it is in Tibet, in Arunachal Pradesh, and in Assam. It is a transboundary river which flows through Tibet, India and Bangladesh. It is the 9th largest river in the world by discharge and 15th longest. And its origin is in Manasarovar Lake region near the Mount Kailash, and it is located on the northern side of Himalayas, and it flows along the southern Tibet to break through the Himalayas in great gorges. So it is called, means the son of Brahma. Now we will see the last one. The Taj Mahal is located on its banks, that is Yamuna river. So you can write there Yamuna. The Yamuna, it is the second largest tributary river of the Ganga and longest tributary in India, originating from Yamunotri. So it travels a total length of 1376 kilometers, and it merges with Ganga at Triveni Sangam, and it is also a site of Kumbh Mela, a Hindu festival held every 12 years. So I think, so children, you have understood some of the names of rivers of India, famous cultural, historical and religious rivers of India. So learn the spelling of the river. Okay children, that's it for today. Thank you.